Good to know you're still with us on Good Morning Abuja for today. Well, you know that the advent of social media created people we now call content creators. Yes, they are all over the place. And of course, they are the reason why social media cannot be boring anytime. In fact, it's like a traffic all day long around social media, the various social media handles, because of the work that content creators put in on a daily. So this morning we're going to X-ray how if to effectively measure the content on social media, and a professional is in the house to help me do this. Let's welcome Ebere Adane. She's a baker and a social media manager. Good morning and welcome to the show.
Good morning. Thank you.
So nice to have you here.
Thank you.
Start by telling me how you measure social engagement, how you measure engagement on social media, and what are the metrics you use to do this?
All right. So I believe I'm talking to people who are experts and people who barely know much about this. One of the simple ways to check your engagement level is by using several measures, which I'll refer to as the engagement measures, conversion measures. So where you get to check your likes, your comments, your shares. And one of the easy metrics we use for this is insights. The basic one, which everybody might know, might be the Facebook Meta Suite. We also have Hootsuite. For Twitter, we have Twitter Analytics and then LinkedIn Analytics.
Okay. So as a content creator, I'm supposed to come check up on all of this every other day.
Yes, for every content, not just every other day. Every content you create, every content you put out there, and you want it to have a wide reach and robust engagement, it's very important that you check these things out so you know if it gets to the population you desire for it to get to, and if it's actually like making sense to everyone who watches it.
Yeah. Speaking of which, making social media content is massive.
Yes,
It's dynamic. It's all over the place. Now, as a creator, what is your strategy for increasing engagement on social media?
Okay. First thing I would say is originality.
Okay.
It's very important for it to be original because these days, if you go online and you put in any keyword, you have so many options. But then the
Especially
original,
with the tag.
yes, original ones will come out topmost. So originality is very important. And consistency. So, as a social media person or you desire to be a content creator, it's very important that you're consistent. Not like we see you today, and the next time we're seeing you is in the next 5 days, and the next time we're seeing you is in the next 2 weeks. So, you have to be consistent, have a pattern. There are certain content creators people go to look out for because they know, oh, today something new is coming, tomorrow something new is coming. And in the situation where nothing comes, you see where, especially for where relationship has been built, everybody's like, oh, what happened to this person? We've not seen. And beautiful enough, it has helped a lot, especially on Twitter, where we don't see certain people and we try to dig out. And it has really helped to know about the whereabouts of people.
Sometimes a creator can put up something and everybody is on it. Everybody is swimming around it, and it goes viral. And then some other time, it barely gets viewed. What could be the reason why, and what should they have in mind? How can they measure why this particular content is going viral and this one barely getting viewed?
Okay, the baseline for this is algorithms. So, in as much as because of people who have studied algorithms of all these social media platforms, we also have the owners of these social media platforms do their thing part time. Where we have someone who probably has a reach of about 300K or maybe 1 million, and on a certain post is like 21K or even less. So, it's very important for you to understand the algorithm of any social media handles you're using. So the baseline for it is algorithms.
I'm not going to deviate, but I want to ask you something.
Yeah.
What is the reason why a sponsored content is, gains more viewership than the one that is not sponsored?
Yeah, I also like to add that not all sponsored content get me, because if you're not doing the right thing,
Okay.
say for example,
Community standards and all.
of course, aside community standards, you're not using the proper words, you're not using your target words, it could be a challenge. Because if you're trying to put in so much thing for one advert, these people are trying to make money. They need you to be specific for whatever you're trying to advertise in a particular content. So That aside, now why paid ads or paid promotion will have greater reach and engagement is because you're doing the extra. Let me just
Oh,
leave it
okay.
that way.
Okay. Thank you for clarifying that. You are also a baker.
Yes, I am.
How has social media aided you in that line of business?
Or I would say brand visibility. It really has helped me customer retention and relationship. It has also helped me with increase in sales growth because I put out my stuff out there. I have some people who jokingly say to me, I have you at the back of my head whenever I need a cake. Why? Because
Wow.
everything I put out on certain platforms where I have a lot of people who know me or who desire to know me are this put on my business. So brand visibility is one thing, and also sales growth. Yeah.
Lovely. Now,
Thank
how do
you.
you analyze and interpret engagement, metrics such as the likes, the contents, the shares?
All right, so let me use an example of Instagram. So for each content or for each post, as we all know it, we have we have tab on each called the insights. So when you get into your insights, it gives you a beautiful breakdown of even where the people that are liking your comment are liking from.
Okay.
It gives you insight to gender of the people that are liking it. It gives you insight to the timing of when you had your highest engagement. So these things help you or guide you to know how you create your content, how you put out your content.
I see. Now, how have you been able to handle, balance between being a social media manager and your line of business as a baker?
Okay, I'm a pro person for time management. So I'm able to balance it because I believe so much in appropriating enough time for each task. I actually run my cake business as based off on custom orders. So it's not like I have a store where people work in. So because it's customized, I have enough time for others to work on. I'm able to balance it. Time management for me is very apt. Time management, time discipline, whatever you want to attach to time, it's what has really helped me. And then because both also work intertwined, both also help each other. I mean, when I was starting out, taking up courses on social media, AI courses and all of that, I had profit from cake business to help me. And then every knowledge gained already from social media also helped me to make my brand more visible. So they are intertwined and I just try to manage it.
I want to talk to me about something. There are lots of content creators out there. There could be 1,001 ladies on hair and makeup and 1,001 others on comedy. What is that thing that should stand me out as a creator
Okay,
so that I am not,
thrown out
lost
in
in the
the
whole
crowd.
traffic?
All right, originality. So three of us might be making cakes. I'm more original with what I'm doing. We have three people trying to make cakes. One person just puts up the beautiful picture of her cake for us to see every time. We're like, oh wow. The second person tries to tell us that, tries to do a little video, do an effort for reels to say, oh, my cake is great. Come and buy my cake. And then the third person adds all the effort of these two persons and decides to add the BTS of her making this cake.
Oh,
Tries to share with us her customers'
behind the
reviews.
scenes.
So being original, going the extra mile,
Extra.
having collaborations with right people in your business or people who can help you push, all these things would really help.
Well, you just spoke about it really, but finally, how do you optimize content, to increase reach?
Search engine optimization for social media is
How
very
does that work?
important. Well, it's a whole lot of complex word, but simply put, is sitting down to understand what do I want to advertise, what do I want to put out, how am I going to do it. Also, using the insight, like I've said, using your insight to understand. So, for example, Instagram Insight will tell you your peak hours per day or when your stuff is going to go wild and all of that. So all these things really help. So it's in summary, it's not just putting out the content. It's sitting down to understand who do I want to reach out to, where do I want this thing to go to, and how much am I willing to share for people to see.
Thank you for coming. It's
Thank you
been
so
insightful,
much.
and I personally learned a whole lot speaking
Oh, I'm
with
so
you.
glad.
Thank you so much.
Thank
I've been
you.
speaking with a very Adane. She's a baker and also a social media manager. Stay with us on the show. There's